Let me tell you something real quick, man. I've been thinking a lot about, you know, Chad and Tyrone. No homo. No homo. I just want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But the 80-20 rule is here in America and it's live and well. And it's alive and well, man. It ain't going to go anywhere. The 80-20 rule truly exists, and it's here to stay long term, forever, basically, because of technology. You see, I know I have subscribers that are Chads and Tyrones, and I know you guys follow me, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm going to end this channel. Eventually, I'm going to do it. But back to what I was saying, I know the fact that Chads and Tyrones are definitely monopolizing the dating scene. And it's keeping a lot of dudes from getting their face match, and you know what I'm saying, it's keeping a lot of guys from I mean, it's keeping a lot of guys back. Let's put it this way. So everybody's struggling because of Chad and Tyrone, and it is Chad and Tyrone that is causing this problem, and they're part of the problem because they exist. Okay, and they can't help that they exist. Chad and Tyrone, they can't help that they exist. They can't help that they want pussy. It's in their nature. But with these guys, existing, it's causing a lot of problems with the average man. Guys who are under a seven in looks. Okay, anybody under a seven in looks, or under an eight, I mean, anybody under an eight is having problems. You see what I'm saying? So anybody under an eight is having problems because Chad and Tyrone exist. And like I said before, if you take Chad and Tyrone out of the picture, then you'll have an even playing field because they're not there to intercept, the women that come your way. Okay. I remember, after Tinder, you know, after Tinder was on the scene, when it first was on the scene, 2012, right? I remember getting ghosted a lot more than usual, and I was like, "Huh? What the fuck is going on?" Right? And I was getting ghosted a lot more, and women were flaking on me and shit like that, and I was getting less pussy. You know what I'm saying? And all I could get was like grandmas and stuff, and females way past their prime, and I couldn't get any young women anymore. And I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" The dating apps, you know, the dating apps came into play, and Chad and Tyrone, they're on the dating apps, bro. It's not like they're not using them. They're on the dating apps. So guess what Chad and Tyrone gonna do when they're on the dating apps? They're gonna hook up with females that they can hook up with. If they can't get their face match or whatever, they'll settle for like a six or a fucking seven. Okay, they'll settle for a six or a seven if they can't get their face match. So that's called monopolizing. I had a one Tyrone come around. I sure. I mean, I knew he was gonna get upset about the video that I made yesterday. He came around to my channel to about, yeah, that's why I got a place where I could take him to. I don't have to rent a hotel and stuff. I said, okay, yeah, dude, that still don't take away the fact that you're monopolizing the date market for a lot of dudes out here. You're part of the problem, bruh. You're the fucking like guy that's intercepting, pussy that's supposed to be coming to me. Okay? That's why this country is pretty much finished, and you got to get away from Chad and Tyrone. Because these guys are the ones who are getting the most pussy. And I know that because I have a fucking an Arabic Chad friend. Okay, I have an Arabic Chad friend, and he gets a lot more pussy than I do on them dating apps. That let me know that he's monopolizing the dating market. See, the thing is, he didn't know nothing about the dating apps until the pandemic hit. That's what he told me. He's like, I didn't know nothing about these dating apps until like the pandemic hit. And before you know it, he was banging chicks left and right. Okay, he was going through, you know, 8 females a week, bruh. And I could see that the women that he was fucking, they wasn't all that pretty, bruh. There was basic average females that he was fucking, and he was fucking a few dime pieces. Okay, so you can't tell me that you're not monopolizing the fucking dating market, bro. You are part of the problem. And Chad and Tyrone, they're gonna do what they're gonna do, bro. That's in their nature. They're gonna fuck. They're gonna find a female to fuck. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I'm blaming Chad and Tyrone for this shit, bro. And most of all, I'm blaming the fucking dating app creators, man. The person who invented Tinder and Bumble and all these other dating apps. It has allowed Chad and Tyrone to monopolize the dating scene in America, man. That's why everything is pretty much fucked up because now you got females that don't want to settle for less. Now, because of the dating apps, they done had a taste of Chad and Tyrone, and now that's all they're gonna want. You see what I'm saying? So they look at you like you're nothing special. Because I had Chad and Tyrone last night. Well, not together. You know what I'm saying? Because most white women they fuck with Chad. Then most black women, I want black women. Most black men, or what I say? I said the first right. I said it right the first time. Um, most black women fuck with Tyrone. I had it right the first time. I'm sorry. Um, so it's like this is what's happening in America. And you know what? Tyrone's and Chaz, they don't know, man. They don't know that they really monopolizing the dating market. They doing it without knowing it. That's what's really going on. They don't know that they're monopolizing, but if you tell them, like, look, dude, you fucking up a lot of shit for a lot of dudes out here just by using the fucking dating apps. You see what I'm saying? You like, look, man, you are monopolizing the dating market, bruh, and this is the reason why women are not responding when they see you. Especially the fucking average woman. She's looking at you like, huh? I had better than him. I had Tyrone or I had Chad last night. So this guy is an average guy. I don't got a taste from him anymore. It's like when you become rich, right? And after a while, you eat a certain way and you eat whatever you want or you eat good or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You eat a certain way, but then take away the money and you'll be back poor in the poorhouse. And it's gonna be hard for you to adjust to go back to eating ramen noodles and like hot dogs and shit. You see what I'm saying? Hot dogs with like bread, a loaf, a slice of bread and shit. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to go back to that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happens when women are dating Chads and Tyrones. You know, you know, and if they're average, these females, they're average looking. They're like 5, 6s, or 7 or whatever. Chads are gonna fuck them. I seen my friend, the Chad guy, the Arabic Chad. He was fucking some Landwell. Okay, he showed me a picture of the female that he was gonna fuck. Okay, the bitch was a big ass BBW. She looked good though. I mean, for a BBW or Landwell, she looked good. Okay, but I'm like, okay, dude, this is the reason why a lot of guys can't get Landwell nowadays because Chad, Tyrone, they're doing all the fucking, bruh. I remember reading a comment a while back, and I told you guys in my last video. I remember reading a comment, and a guy was saying that the Chads and Tyrones, man, they clean up on that dating apps. I was like, what do you mean clean up, bruh? What do you mean clean up on the dating apps? What do you mean about that, bruh? Cleaning up, that means that you're cleaning up. That means there's nothing left for anybody else. You're cleaning up the fucking place. Okay? It's crazy now, man. And nobody's gonna be able to get their face match in America unless you got status, money. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna defeat Chad and Tyrone. Because I look at Chad and Tyrone as somebody to be defeated because they're standing in the way of everything. They're the main cause of this fucking dating ruckus up out here, man. You see what I'm saying? Like the video. So it's like this, dude. It's like it's finished up out here. I can't compete with young 20-something-year-old Chads or Tyrones. No man in his 40s can compete with his 25-year-old self. Okay? I can't unless I have what? Bread and status. Okay, that's the only way you defeat these guys, man. Because let me tell you, as long as you stay average, Chad and Tyrone can continue to fucking clean up on them dating apps. He ain't gonna leave nothing for you, man. Actually, he might leave you a land well or two. You see what I'm saying? And while you beat your meat, Chad and Tyrone is beating meat. he he beating skins. You see what I'm saying? And this is the reason why a lot of guys are going long droughts without sex and can't get their face match, getting ghosted all the time and shit like that, bruh. That's the reason. Chad and Tyrone is the reason. I told you, take Chad and Tyrone out of the picture and you can get pussy easier, like going overseas. Okay, you go overseas, there's no Chad and Tyrone out there to compete with. You see what I'm saying? You might have the maybe if you went to Dubai or something like that, you might have the Arabic Chad out there. But there's only so much to go around though. It's only so many Arabic Chads out there. Um, um, if you go to Thailand, you might have to deal with the Asian Chad out there. Okay, the Chang, that's what they call. Well, that's Thailand. It's not Chinese. Chang is Thai. I can't even talk. Chang is Chinese and shit, right? You go to China, you have to deal with the Asian Chad that's in China. Okay, but there's only so many Asian Changs to go around. You see what I'm saying? For all the women, you go to Thailand, you have to deal with the Thailand man, Chad. Okay, but there's only so many to go around. If you come out to America, there's tons and tons of, and millions and zillions of fucking Chads and Tyrones everywhere. I can safely say there's probably a good like probably like a good maybe like a million Chads and Tyrones out here in the states. That's enough for every single goddamn woman up out here. Okay, the 20 or the 80 rule or the 80-20 rule. Okay, so if these guys are using the dating apps and they're fucking these fucking women, they're average and above, right? Then that's called monopolizing the fucking dating market, bro. You're doing it without knowing it. That's what's going on. And a lot of guys, they don't see it as monopolizing. A lot of like Chaz and Tyrone, they don't see it as monopolizing, but you are. And when we look from the outside in, you are fucking monopolizing the dating market. That's what's going on. When we look from the outside in, you are monopolizing. And just by using the dating apps, you monopolizing. Now, if you stop using the dating apps, then you're no longer monopolizing anymore. But if you start using them dating apps, you monopolizing that. You keeping dudes from getting their fucking face match. Like I said, one of the fucking Tyrones, that come around to my channel, and he kind of exposed himself. Okay, that comment that he left on my page a few videos ago. Okay, that caught my attention. Okay, he said he didn't, you know, the women that he deal with on a regular basis. Okay, he said that he'd rather have an average chick, that's a 6 or 7 versus a 8, 9, or a 10. He was like, the 8, 9, 9s and 10s are a bonus. I was like, what? So you dealing with the average chick and you dealing with 8, 9s and 10s too, bruh? That's called monopolizing. You fucking. I mean, you fucking everything over a fucking goddamn six, bruh. You fucking sixes and ups. You see what I'm saying? And then you got the Chad lights under him that's doing the same thing, like guys who are eights or whatever. Okay, sevens and eights or whatever. Then they're doing the same thing. They're coming down and fucking with the 4, 5s and sixes. So it's pretty much a wrap. I've been single for a very long time, bruh. And why have I been single? Because I don't have the status, I don't have the money. I can't compete with Chad and Tyrone up out here. Okay, can't compete with these guys without money and status. See, as a normie, you gotta have that to compete with these guys. Or because if you're just an average Joe, you're not gonna be able to compete with Chad and Tyrone. I'm sorry, if you don't got no money, if you don't have status, and it takes money to leave the states. It ain't gonna be easy peasy to leave the states. Nah, you gotta have some bread to leave the states to get away from Chad and Tyrone, because this is what's going on in America. Chad and Tyrone, that's what's going on. And they're monopolizing the dating scene. And the incel said this shit. You know, back when Facing LMS was doing live streams, I haven't heard from him in a long time, but he was saying that Chad and Tyrone are really monopolizing the dating scene. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's going on in America, and it's a problem. It's a real problem, and I can see that in the next like 10 years, our population in America is gonna get smaller and smaller, man. It's gonna be smaller in the next 10 years because these Chads and Tyrones, they're not trying to fucking, you know, um, they're not trying to, you know, settle down with these females, these average females, anyway. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're really not settling down with these females, and I can see like our man population getting smaller and smaller. We're already on a decline. We're not replacing ourselves, and Chad and Tyrone is part of the problem. And like I said, man, Chad and Tyrone, they're just being dudes. They just they want pussy. They can't help that they you know want pussy. It's in their fucking genes and shit. They monopolizing without knowing it. That's the fucking shit right there. And it's not like, yeah, I'm gonna monopolize the dating scene. Yeah, them incels and them normies, they can't get their face matched, man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, let's go monopolize. It's not like it's a plan. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a fucking a thought out plan to monopolize the dating market. No, they doing it out of their nature though. You know what I'm saying? It's their nature to fucking want sex. You know what I'm saying? But then when I say that all Chads and Tyrones, you guys need to stay in your lane. You need to stay with your face match because you fucking up the shit for the guys that's under you. And it's been like that for the last decade, man. You have fucked up, you know, everything for me in my life when it comes to dating, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's forcing me to like leave the country. I mean, it's forcing me to self improve and leave the country. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see that I'm not going to win here against Chad and Tyrone. That's why you get the Landwells, the normies. You get the Landwells and the women that Chad and Tyrone, they don't find desirable. We getting the scraps from Chad and Tyrone. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's really going on in America. And a lot of guys got to understand that, hey, Chad and Tyrone exist. And as long as I stay in this country, I'm going to have to compete with them. See, when you're on this land, bruh, you're competing with Chad and Tyrone. Let me tell you, the Tyrone that came around to my channel, he left a comment. He was saying like, well, we're all competing against, each other and stuff like that. But nah, man, when you above these guys in looks, when you above everybody in looks, that's not an even playing field. If I'm competing with another normie, okay, that's an even playing field, okay? If I'm competing with another average guy, a guy that's a six at low percentage body fat, then yeah, that's a even playing field now. But when you come around, you know what I'm saying, and you a big ass lion and shit, and we the small lions, and that's not an even playing field because you're gonna come around and you're gonna fuck shit up. I can't do nothing against the fucking the bigger lion and shit. If you see like nature shows and shit like that when the fucking lions being wild and shit, right? You see the bigger dominant fucking lion, he go around checking everybody. There's nothing you can do against the bigger lion. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do. He go around checking everybody. If you get too close while he eating, he gonna swipe at you. Matter of fact, he gonna take the food over for himself and eat, until he get full. Then he gonna give you the scraps. That's the way the fucking Chads and Tyrones are, bro. It's like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do with the dominant male lion when you're the smaller lion. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know. So understand that, bro. Chad and Tyrone has uh, monopolized, you know, the date market, and everybody gotta stay on topic, man. This is serious because this is affecting all of our lives, and we gotta know that it exists, and it will never go away. It will never go away. Chad and Tyrone will never go away. They're here to stay. They're here, and they're using the dating apps, man. And most Chads and Tyrones got a dating file, man, a dating profile. You know what I'm saying, on Tinder or playing fish. Chads and Tyrones on there. That's why you can't like really get a call back or from your face match, or you can't get a return. When you send your face match a fucking DM or whatever, you don't get no return or something like that because she's fucking the top 20%. That's how female nature is. They're dating up. The hypergamy kicks in, especially here in America, bro. Okay, now when I'm talking about dating apps in America, okay, I mean let's talk about like dating apps in foreign countries. Women ain't got them options out there like that. Okay, you know it's not overran with men out there in Thailand. It's not a whole lot of men out there like that, especially rich men. There's not a whole lot of rich men out there. There is rich men in every single country, but it's not like America where we got the most millionaires in California and shit like that. And then you got to compete with the millionaires, and then you got to compete with the Chads and Tyrones, and then you got to compete with the rich Chads and Tyrones, and then you got to compete with the rich normies. There's so many rich men to compete with on those dating apps. That's why a lot of guys are having problems. A lot of average guys who are working at like convenience stores and stuff. There's a lot of guys out there that's struggling that's not saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's more than you think. There's more guys out there that's struggling than you think. Okay? A lot of guys are not telling you that they're struggling. Just a guy, you know, working at Home Depot, and you could be, ringing up your stuff, and this guy could struggle. You see what I'm saying? But he just ain't saying nothing. I was talking to one other guy a while back. You know, he was saying that he was struggling out here. He said, man, he haven't had a girl in so long. The guy was older. He was like what, like 45 or something like that. And he said the same thing that I was saying. He was saying like, man, I haven't had a girl in so long, man. Because he don't know that Chad and Tyrone and other men have fucking you know, monopolize the dating scene. Okay, and I told him I was like, look, man, we competing against too many men out here, bro. Too many men, too many Chads and Tyrones. We haven't had a war in so long. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had any plagues that's really take that would take somebody out or take the population down. And coronavirus is not, it's not like a real, it's not really doing any damage. It's not really, you know, in order to fucking like get a fair shot in the dating scene as a normie or something like that, we would have to like kill off like 20 million fucking Chads and Tyrobes. And even then, it's like, it still won't be enough. You see what I'm saying? Because we haven't had a war in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before the fucking dating apps came into play, Chad and Tyrone had to fuck, the women in his neighborhood or at the fucking grocery store. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to fucking like get online and get women out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have that ability to get women. You know what I'm saying? Online, because there just was no fucking social media. Okay, but now social media is here. Okay, now he can fucking expand his options. You see what I'm saying? And fuck everything in sight. Cause Chaz and Tyrone's, they're like fucking machines. Well, I should say they're fucking slaying machines. They fucking slay everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the 80-20 rule right there, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm gonna tell. Yeah, you know what, man? You know, the only way out is through money and status. That's the only way you can compete with Chad and Tyrone. Okay, you can't compete with them being broke or being just average. You know what I'm saying? It's through money and status. You know what I'm saying? So, what time is it? It's getting late, guys. I gotta get out there and work. So just remember, man, that Chad and Tyrone exist. They're not going anywhere. Okay, gonna have to obtain money and status. That's why I'm quitting this channel, man, so I could build another channel so I could get my subscribers up and maybe I could get some status and shit. I could make a little bit of money off of YouTube because I can see that this channel ain't going nowhere, bro. That's why I'm pretty much finished with this channel. I'm only dropping a few more videos before I go over to my other channel and start making new videos and exercising and shit, man. And you know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact that, you know, Chad and Tyrone, they exist, and we got to compete with them to the best of our abilities, man. And the only way we're gonna do it is, the only way to do it is fucking through status and money, man. Got a status max and money max. That's the only way you can defeat Chad and Tyrone. Cause Chad and Tyrone, they're like big ass dragons that you gotta compete with and shit. Big ass dragons that you gotta fucking slay and shit. You see what I'm saying? And you're like a fucking normie, and you got a bunch of sticks and stones and shit. You see what I'm saying? Or maybe you got the fucking slingshot like David and Goliath. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So the only way we're gonna fucking get any chance out here in America, I mean, there's two ways. We could leave the country, or you could stay here and get money and status. Those are the only two ways you can fucking outsmoke your competition, like Chad and Tyrone. Like I said, most Tyrones and Chads are broke, so there are some rich Chads and rich Tyrones, but there's not that many of them. There's not a whole lot of rich Tyrones and a lot of rich Chads. You see what I'm saying? There's not a lot, because they depend on their fucking looks to get women. You feel me? They They depend. They depend on their fucking looks to get women. Well, well, well. Speak of the devil. Look what we have here. We have a Tyrone in the building. Like I said, bruh, don't take it the wrong way, man. But you are monopolizing the dating market, and you know what? And like I said before, I'm gonna go back to what I was saying about, you know, men's nature. Okay, it's in our nature to fucking fuck. Okay, it's in our nature to fuck. You're gonna fuck. It's in your nature, bro. And the thing is, you can't help that you're monopolizing the dating scene. You're basically monopolizing the dating scene without knowing it. But when you use those dating apps, yes, you are sitting at the table playing. You are engaging. Okay, you are sitting down and you're playing cards with everybody. It ain't like you are not using the dating apps. You're using the dating apps. And that's what's causing a lot of guys to struggle. Because like I said, the fucking bigger fish comes around to eat the fucking little fish. You know what I'm saying? Or to eat off the fucking little fish's plate. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, hey, young guy or little guy or whatever, what do you got on your plate? Let me eat off that. You know what I'm saying? And you can't eat off his plate because if you do, he'll snap at you. It's like I told you, like the fucking lion in the wild. You can't do nothing against, the bigger dominant, you know, lion and shit, unless you become big one day with yourself. You see what I'm saying? Which is like money and status. You gotta get money and status. You see what I'm saying? I know Tyrone show up. Hey, he's talking about me, man. He's talking about me. I know he's talking about me. Yeah, I'm talking about you, bro, because you're part of the problem. You're part of fucking what's happening out here with these females. You giving them that fucking Tyrone dick, and it's not like. And then when they turn around, they look at me or they look at their fucking face match. They like, huh? I ain't fucking with that guy. I done had some Tyrone dick. You see what I'm saying? If you fucking sixes, bro. So what that mean, bro? What does that mean for a guy who's a six like me? What does that mean, Tyrone? That you going around, you fucking the sixes, that you fucking the bitches that I'm supposed to be fucking, or you fucking sevens, the females that I find attractive. A female that's a step over me. I'll never get a seven as long as I'm out here broke without any status. It seems like I have to have money and status just so I can get a seven up out here nowadays. That's the only way you're gonna defeat Chad and Tyrone. And I'm sorry, bro. This is a competition. We are competing. Chad and Tyrone is the biggest competition. You see what I'm saying? That's the biggest. That's the one. I mean, those are the ones, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they're fucking all the bitches while I go through droughts. Okay, I go through long 6 month droughts, and he get sex on the regular on the regular, and he's fucking women that I'm supposed to be fucking. You are a threat, and you know what? You're a friendly threat. Let's put it this way: friendly competition. You know what I'm saying? Friendly competition, and you got to know that you are the problem. I mean, you are. I can't say you are the problem, but you're part of the problem, man. This is the reason why I struggle. I was sitting back thinking that, you know, when you left that comment on my past videos, okay, a few videos ago, you left a comment and you told me that, you know, you fuck, women, or you rather deal with average women or some shit like that, and because of this and that, this and this, and eight, nines, and tens, they're a bonus. I was like, oh, okay, so you're monopolizing the fucking dating market. You dating women that average men supposed to be dating, and you dating your face match every now and then. So that's called monopolizing, bro. You fucking everything in sight. You ain't like you're not leaving nothing for nobody. Dudes they can't even get their fucking face match out here. I can't even get my face match. I gotta like, go with land wells and shit, bro. And sometimes your dick get hard and you start looking at these land wells. You're like, man, these fucking land wells. Some of these land wells look good because you ain't had nothing in a while. Chad and Tyrone is fucking your face match. So what the fuck you supposed to do when you look at a land well? You like, oh man, that land well looking good right now, man. She got some big old titties. God damn, that land well got some big old titties. I'm like, oh fuck the shit out of that land well because you ain't had nothing in a while, bro. You feel like you in jail and shit. You feel like you didn't got out of or you still in prison or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you in jail because you ain't had nothing in a while. Chad and Tyrone is fucking your face match, and it's forcing you to date below. You know what I'm saying? So I say two things, man. Money status here in America, okay? Or you just get a bunch of money saved up and go overseas. Anyway, man, I gotta go. You guys have a good day, man. Just remember that Chad and Tyrone, bruh, is the ones who are fucking all the pussy, and while we sit back and we get scraps or we get nothing. To me, Chad and Tyrone is a threat. Okay, Chad and Tyrone are the enemy. You know, it's about survival for my genes, and I gotta do what the fuck I have to do to make sure I procreate, passing my fucking genetics on to the next generation. Peace out, take care, and bless.